Going for the Goldberg. What does a WWE return for Goldberg look like? Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. For WWE family latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. The WWE Bad Blood in Atlanta was bookended by two stellar visual moments. The Hell in a Cell match between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, and The Rock's stare-down with Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. Most of the show, outside of that, was totally missable and relatively predictable, except for Goldberg. Bill Goldberg and his family, including his glowed-up son Gage, went to the show presumably because it was in Georgia, where he was and still is quite popular. He got involved in yet another Gunther promo, where the world champion admitted he lied to Bret Hart about WCW's powerhouse being his favorite wrestler. After insulting his family, Goldberg jumped the barricade and tried to start a fight. This segment was almost certainly just for the fans in attendance. If, though, TKO was interested, what does a WWE return for Goldberg look like? WWE return for Goldberg to tackle Gunther. The direction that makes the most sense as of right now is, and always will be, a match with Gunther. The rationale for this matchup is twofold. Firstly, Gunther has now invoked Goldberg's name twice after Bad Blood. That puts him danger close to saying it 3 times. At 3, the rules of life and wrestling demand Goldberg respond. Secondly, Gunther was long rumored to have a star-making match, and presumably a win, over Brock Lesnar. The Brock match is unlikely, given his ties to the ongoing cases against Vince McMahon, and in my personal opinion, should never happen. The next best thing to defeating the Beast incarnate is to take out his WCW mirror in Goldberg. Gunther is already a well-established act on WWE Monday Night Raw. Additionally, he somehow gets better each week, which didn't seem possible when he won the title. Still, Goldberg is one of wrestling's biggest stars from its most prominent era culturally. He may not have the moves for the modern era, but aura, for an unfortunate lack of a better word, transcends time. Beating Goldberg would still matter for Gunther. Getting a win off a Hall of Fame star as champion plays well into his character. The overconfident ring general would become insufferable. That makes for good television. Phantom payback from the Wyatt Six. This may amount to nothing more than a revenge fantasy. There are numerous reasons a WWE return for Goldberg flies with fans like a lead balloon. One of the biggest was his unbelievable championship victory over the Fiend Bray Wyatt in a tragically poor match. That match proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that Goldberg was out of touch and was part of a long string of matches that painted the legend as out of step and out of breath in the ring. The late Bray Wyatt never truly recovered from that moment either. Bo Dallas as Uncle Howdy and the Wyatt Six has the opportunity to use a horrendous piece of business and make it mean something more. Fans of the dark and twisted cinematic style of wrestling are still hanging with the Wyatts, but they have yet to do much by way of making an impact since their initial debut. That moment was perfect, but fans need more. If Goldberg's rage and thirst for Gunther lead to a meeting with our favorite uncle, that could be interesting. A one-and-done match, quick runtime, and lots of theatrics are precisely how you hide the worst parts of Goldberg in his advanced age. It is also the best way to highlight the attributes he has in spades. It is box office, it is a spectacle, and there are a lot of side characters for him to run through before being conquered by Bo. Most importantly, it is a heck of a way to say goodbye. WWE return for Goldberg builds a Braun Breaker streak. If WWE has a future Goldberg amongst its roster, it would really come down to 2 names. Those names are Braun Breaker and Oba Femi. From what fans have gathered in the past, it is safe to assume Goldberg believes he is quite a big deal in wrestling. It is also safe to say that he would not be into working in WWE NXT show. So, with Oba dominating NXT and out of the main roster, Braun Breaker is the closest WWE has to Bill's heir apparent. That is until his actual son finishes his football career.